On a fine day, Miss Umairah, a CEO of a huge company, was taking a walk in the streets of a park. Suddenly, there was a mysterious person who was at the back of her. Then the person in black took a long stick and hit Miss Umairah.
Run.
Unfortunately, Miss Umairah was dead due to the hit she received. An autopsy was carried out and the pathologist made a report of the crime scene, found important evidence. It was the fingerprint of the criminal. Then, from the forensic department, Mr. Along came to examine the crime scene. He found important evidence. It was the fingerprint of the criminal. Then the pathologist came to see the Mr. Along to pass the autopsy report. Later, Mr. Along wanted to pass the report and the evidence to the forensic department. However, he wanted it to be confidential, so he created a matrices code that can be only decoded by the department. He immediately called Busu, a member of the forensic department, to pass the message to her. Then Along called Busu again to pass the key to her, which can help her in decoding the messages. For the first set of the matrix given, which is K1, the first decryption step done by Busu is calculate the inverse using adjoint method of the matrix. The formula to find the inverse of the matrix is 1 over determinant of the matrix and multiply with adjoint of the matrix. So firstly, Busu find the minor of the matrix, which is K1, and then she find the cofactor of the matrix. And thirdly, she find the adjoint of the K1, and then she find the determinant of the K1. And after all of that, she can find the inverse of the matrix. After Busu compute the inverse matrix of K1, the second step she did is Busu multiply the secret message of matrix P with the inverse matrix of K1 to obtain the matrix M, which is the message. But as a result, the message is not correct because the number in matrix M that we obtain is not part of the coding method. So this make it cannot be translated.
A few moments later.
However, this matrices does not have an inverse because its determinant is 0 when calculated. When matrices P is multiplied with matrices K inverse, M is obtained. But M does not give us the message that is trying to be decoded because it has negative values and fractions which doesn't symbolize any alphabets.
3 days later.
Next, for K3 matrices, the minor can be calculated by using the adjoint method. After finding the minor, we need to get the confactor and adjoint for the matrices in order to find the determinant. Then, calculate the inverse for K3 by using the determinant and adjoint that we found. After all that, multiply the P matrices and K3 inverse matrices to get the value, and then simplify it with the alphabets. And yes, finally, we get the code which is asasi UPM terhebat.
Busu managed to crack the code and they captured the criminal.
The messages that was obtained was Asasi UPM terhebat. And among the 3 messages, we think that Asasi UPM terhebat is the correct one because we were able to decrypt the message. Unlike the other 2 matrices, K3 had an inverse and the product of P and K3 inverse gave us the right values. We consider the other messages to be incorrect because we were unable to decrypt the other messages as it had negative values which weren't a part of the set of numbers given. This made it impossible for us to obtain a message.
Lambatnya penjahat ni. Weh, berapa lama tak? Wah, namanya. Mana tempat ya?